Hello YouTube and welcome to GrunfWorks. In this episode of the ships of the naval action, we will be showing you a USS Constitution. Now, USS Constitution is a beautiful ship, and it is modeled against. The in-game model was done against the real USS Constitution, and USS Constitution is a wooden-hulled, 3-masted heavy frigate of the United States Navy. It was originally named by President George Washington after the Constitution of the United States of America. And the boat was launched in 1797. It was one of the 6 original frigates authorized for the construction by the Naval Act of 1794, and the 3rd one constructed. So I will post the wiki page. It is still one of the world's oldest commissioned naval vessels afloat. So, I will post the link if you would like to read more about the USS Constitution and its history. For the time being, let us focus on the model in the game. So the USS Constitution has a total of 58 guns, 9, 18 and 24 pounders, 27 per side, and a total complement of 450 crew. So very sizable and respectable for a frigate. It's actually a super frigate, and I just love the model of this ship. It is just beautiful. For sailing the open world, I would still choose Trincomalee due to its maneuverability, but when it comes to a very stable and gun platform that can measure its strength against the rates, the Constitution would be the frigate of choice. So right now I'm just trying to go a little bit towards the port side of the Bolognas here. So as you can see, we are in a very big battle. I'm not sure if this is a Trafalgar battle or not, but yeah, I have lots and lots of enemy ships to fight against, so I'm trying to keep on the outward side of the things just to make sure that I don't get basically pounded first. So usually it's better to let the first rates and second rates to form a defensive line while we make sure that we fire on the rest of them. So I think there's one more Bologna, if I've seen correctly, in our roster. So I'll probably let him go by first. But nevertheless, the enemy is definitely going in, so I'm just thinking, keeping formation, staying with your team, and look for the opportunity to isolate enemy ships and just destroy them. Yeah, exactly. I mean, as you can see me, I'm suggesting to my team that the enemy is split in 2 minor fleets. There are 2 ships in front, and then the rest majority of their force is over there. So yeah, I'm kind of hoping to basically first pound the isolated ships and then focus on the rest of the fleet. This is actually a tactic that I found very viable and very much doable in any engagement. Try to figure out what enemy is gonna do or what they think that you will do, and do exactly the opposite, because then it basically throws them off their game. They would probably expect us to focus on the bigger ships and just make sure that we pound them, but instead we would basically isolate the smaller ships, cause some havoc, create a panic and break their chain of command. It's much more deadly than it is actually just keeping to the standard tactic and going towards the biggest ship first. So I'm making sure that I'm turning after our balloon over here and setting sails to auto, and yeah, we have another Constitution over there, if I'm seeing correctly. Yeah, you can tell the Constitution by the rigging. They have a little bit more sails. I think the Constitution has 4 sails at its forward mast, while Trincomalee I think has 3. And also Constitution has golden finish on the bow and also a little bit different stern. So yeah, I'm just asking for the team to keep the situational awareness, because let's try to avoid crashing into each other, because that's never a good sign. So yeah, and here you can see behind the Trincomalee, which has 3 sails at the front mast. Okay, so our targets at the moment are Luca and Kawabanga Kid. Arden Arun would be, I guess, our, let's say, opportunity target. So as you can see, the main of their force has the wind. However, we are kind of isolating a good portion of their fleet, or at least I think this Luca is sailing in the Constitution. I'm just trying to basically, yeah, that we're just trying to go for the demasting of the ships, but we'll see how that fares. Yeah, and actually you can demast a ship if you're firing ball or double ammunition at its rigging. The effect of demasting a ship is pretty much devastating. Assuming that they cannot repair the masts, well, the bigger ships like Santissima or Bologna or any other actually is almost like unmaneuverable. I mean, Bologna is a little bit different story. It's more maneuverable than the other raids, but still, it has really detrimental effect. Yeah, and here is basically some of our guys saying, okay, well, stop running, we only want to play. Yeah, and we have like roughly 200 to 300 firecrackers to play with. So at some point he will need to turn, and when he does, we got him. So I have loaded double, but I don't think that he will be in our range of fire. So I'm not sure. I'm thinking that I want to go a little bit further towards him to actually get into the range of my doubles, but then again, I'm not 100% convinced. We have 2 forward and stern chasers, but yeah, those won't do anything really. So I'm still healing towards him, and I'm still trying to keep a heading of 260 just to come as close to him as I possibly can and do the most damage that I can dish out. Sorry. So, and I'm also, you can see me, since I'm the lead ship, I'm also shouting out headings to prevent any basically misconceptions about it. So I have loaded doubles, and let's see if he's in my firing range for my doubles. A little short. Still a little short. Well, yeah, this one works, so Alright, so we are definitely dishing some damage, and his port side is completely obliterated. Probably by the combined fire of 2 Constitutions and a Bologna. At this point I think Kawabanga Kind felt a little bit left out, so I'm just saying to the rest of my team, let me basically take care of the Constitution while you guys focus on others, because Luca is already pretty badly damaged and I just want to make sure that he stays that way. Yeah, unlike other ships, so we have here Bacon and Eggs also in his brig, and I'm saying, okay, the 2 of us will take care of Luca over there, and the rest of the guys basically go and chase others. And I really hope that this guy Bacon and Eggs actually survives here. Yeah, he has been through some heavy pounding. Anyway, presenting our broadside and just trying to get a feel for the little lower. Yeah, we got him. Nice broadside, and as you can see, he has done a typical mistake. He is constantly keeping his port side towards us, and ultimately that will be his downfall, because if he turned the other cheek, so to say, and sailed towards the other side, then he might have a chance to spread the damage that we're dishing towards him a little. But still keeping at this side only means that his side is badly damaged and he won't be able to take much more of this for very long. So I was trying to dismast him a little bit, but yeah. Okay. So I'm still loading doubles. I'm trying to basically keep up with him, but I'm not sure if I would be able to. I will, however, now I'm turning starboard side and I'm making sure that I give him another broadside. Well, if the doubles won't work, a regular ball ammunition will do. So take down some of his rear armor, and I'm also looking to damage his port side or starboard side as well. We'll see how he takes that. And then we have another Constitution over there firing at him, so he doesn't have that much more places to go. Actually, he's more or less trapped, so that's good. I don't think it will be long before he starts to sink. I can see him already lying a little bit lower in the water, which is definitely where we want him to be. And I'm still keeping doubles on my starboard side. When you get a single ship isolated, it's usually a good idea to finish him off, because if your repairs come back to the combat, you're back at square one, and that's not the place where you want to be. So right now I'm turning more towards his tail, because I still want to give him a broadside, giving him some of my ball ammunition while still trying to keep out of his firing range. He is wounded, but he is by no means harmless, so very nice broadside. And he's clearly firing at somebody. I'm just hoping he's not sinking our guy Bacon and Eggs. Maybe he is. Well, doesn't matter. He will be going under very soon, because I think his port side is completely destroyed and his starboard side will probably be as well. I'm switching, by the way, on my port side to ball ammunition. Yeah, and this typically gets when the people forget to turn off the chat. So I'm thinking I should probably leave him, but then again, why not finish him if you get the chance? And he's already healing, which is good. So just give him a broadside to the other side for good measure. And from this point blank range, like, this broadside is pretty devastating. I'm thinking that this is probably it for him, and he will definitely be sinking shortly. The downside is that now if I want to go back, I have to go upwind, which is not favorable in any chance. So I'm thinking that I'll probably turn hard to port and start going towards the rest of the enemy fleet. And he used definitely this opportunity to fire a broadside at me. Well, I fired so many at him that I don't really blame him, but I really didn't need that just before he sank. So yeah, maybe not the best call on my part, but still. And now I'm trying to find an angle, or basically tacking a little bit into the wind, to see how I can get towards the rest of the enemy fleet. I already switched the port or the starboard side to the ball ammunition, so I get the range, and I guess Luxa would be my next target of choice. I'm trying to use my eyeglass to scout a little bit the situation over there. Yeah, Luxa, I think he's sailing the Trincomalee, if I'm not mistaken, and alternatively I'm trying to fire at the Bellona ones, hoping maybe for a dismasting or something. And I was originally thinking of passing between these two guys, and I think I'll probably do that. Turning, making sure that we don't crash. Crashing in your teammates is really is the best way to get you and your team to lose. So, okay, I'm now sailing at 45 degrees, trying to get some wind, but I don't want to get too far away from my team, so I'm actually turning very hard to starboard, even if that means into the wind, and hopefully aligning myself behind the CD player or somebody from there. So that's kind of the plan anyway. It is very important if you're playing in like these big battles to stick with the rest of your group, because they can definitely alleviate some of the issues. So if I had continued that direction, I would probably be a sole focus target for the entire enemy fleet that's in that general direction. This way I might be their focus for a short time until I get lost among other ships. So I'm trying to figure out if I'm gonna go for the Kingsburg or I'm gonna go for Snoopy. I'm thinking I'll either get Liam or Kingsburg, or maybe actually they said that you should focus on Atomic Tiger. Yeah, he's in Bellona, so why not? Let's see if we can. Let's see if I got the range. A little bit too high. I got the range, that's for sure. Okay, a little bit lower, and let's just fire on it. Not doing too much of a damage, but still, every single bit and bob of the damage counts. So at this point I'm trying to figure out where is this guy Hompai going. So I'll probably be passing in front of his bow, and he's aligned exactly into the wind, which is not a position if you're in a Constitution that where you want to be, because it is very bad when trying to sail into the wind. I guess he's trying to hit this Luxa guy, but yeah, I'll just see if I can fire a couple of chain shots at him and just quickly move out of this position, because it's a very unfavorable Okay, and that's it, and now I'm just making sure to turn starboard. Atomic Tiger is already pretty much damaged. Unit, and I see here my a teammate unit who is actually surrounded by frigates, and here I'm just trying to fire a volley at Snoopy, basically just to throw him off his aim, hopefully. I'm switching to survival just to fix the leaks and also to pump out some water. So we are basically calling him to come to us if he can. While both Homepie and myself are trying to lay a protective cover and make sure that we fire on all of the enemy frigates that are in his range. And here I'm also thinking probably turning and see if I can fire at this Liam guy. He is definitely isolating himself, which is a good thing for us and bad for him, because as soon as my cannons load, he will be my go-to target. Using the manual sails to turn myself. And now I'm here suggesting to our Bellona that he goes a little bit further back and he can rejoin us and repair. Hopefully I also popped I think a repair kit for my sails. While I'm doing so, I'm also making sure to give Atomic Tiger over there a nice broadside. Lower and just, yeah, here we are. Well, there's definitely no harm in giving opponent a good broadside. So, and the rest of the enemy fleet has decided to join. How nice of them to join the party. And at this point I'm even considering that I might go for actually I might go for double ammo, because I see Snoopy over there coming in and I will definitely be going against him. Popping up a repair because he will be passing by my bad side, and I don't want to change ammo at this point because it will take time until my double load, so I'm sort of preparing myself for giving him a full-on ball broadside as he comes in, and fire. And there it is, gentlemen. This is the Wood Chipper Simulator 101. I got pretty bad pounding, but he fared worse than I did. So, yeah. And he's also now, as you can see, now our whole fleet engagement has turned into a bunch of skirmishes between the individual ships. So I'm just trying to now figure out whom I should focus. Kingsburg or No Clue or somebody else. Kingsburg is almost done, which almost prompts me that I would like to finish him off as much as I can. And then hopefully focus on somebody else. And I think this Kingsburg is sailing a Trink, or as they would call it, Trinconomaly. So he is definitely not gonna last very long against a full-fledged broadside from my Constitution. I'm trying to figure out if he's just repairing himself or is he sinking, but he has been... yeah, he has increased his sail, which means he's not dead yet, which kind of makes me want to help him sink faster. I mean, he's clearly in pain, he's being tortured, so why not help him sink faster? Yeah, that's it, Kingsburg. I wish you farewell going. Say hi to the fishes for me. The rest of the fleet is pursuing Leon, so I don't think there's really a big win in trying to pursue him. Let's see the rest of the engagement. It's pretty much hectic still. So I'm thinking between No Clue and Leon, who shall we focus? And I'm having doubles on my starboard side, so there isn't definitely a big reason for me to do so, but I'm dropping sails, and I think I will fire on Liam as soon as I get him in my firing arc. But yeah, unit is obstructing my view, so I'm trying to figure out if I should go faster or slower. So I'm putting the full sails just to make sure that I go faster, and unit is turning towards him, which kind of gives me a carte blanche to actually see if I can put some hurt on him. Okay, too high, a little bit lower, yeah. Very nice broadside. And here basically I decided that I'll go and chase off both of these guys and leave the rest of the fleet to fix the rest of the enemies. I mean, these two guys clearly don't have a chance because No Clue is sailing the Surprise, and Liam is sailing the Trincomalee, and they're being pursued by Bologna and Constitution. So very little what they can do, except trying to keep at an angle where they're presenting the smallest target. I'm just also mentioning to this guy unit that we maintain situational awareness of each other so that we don't crash, because I'm coming on his starboard side. I'm basically telling him that I'm going straight and he is turning left. Good, so that we are sort of in accord. And yeah, I forgot to turn off my team chat. I think Liam is almost done, if not done. Yeah, this guy Liam had a point, basically. Charging like that rarely works. So, yeah. They've cleaned up pretty nicely, so right now it comes down to us chasing this guy, No Clue, and I'm just trying to see, put in a ranging shot. Still a little too high, and this would do nicely. So, fire. And I angled the cannons a little bit too high, which pretty much meant that I have lost the opportunity to put some serious hurt on him. Well, no matter. I'm still putting full sails, and now I'm trying to, in retrospect, I'm trying to figure out what the hell was I thinking on keeping up this with the survival, but yeah, still doesn't matter. Chain shooting his sails a bit. And I'm basically trying to chase him as much as I can and close the gap, but he's sailing a smaller, hopefully faster ship than I am, so what I'm trying to basically do is, well, put as much hurt as I can on his sails and hopefully slow him down, and he's using the 4 guns that he has at his rear to actually try and damage either me or unit over there. I'm not sure exactly who he was firing against, but we're definitely closing the gap, so pretty soon we will be... I'm saying that I'm sailing at roughly 13.7 knots, and he's doing 12.5, which means I'm faster, which is good. And I'm trying... I have no idea how fast is this no clue guy sailing, but I'm now turning my sails, manual sails, to make sure that I turn correctly, and if I manage to hit this broadside, could be devastating for no clue. He's also putting, and he hit my pump, and I have no repairs. This is not a situation I want to be in. So I'm just trying to... I assume that I already mentioned that I'm a terrible shot. This is once more proof of this. And he got my pump, but yeah, survival mode managed to get me. That is just damage, so I'm pretty much would probably need to sail in the survival mode, but let's see. I'm still keeping doubles. I'm trying to say to the unit that he just charges for him, and I'll probably weave behind him. I'm still trying to figure out the correct angle, and I really hated the fact that I missed like already 2 times. So I'm still chain shotting his sails, not with too many, but yeah. I'll see if I can get a volley of the doubles in his starboard side, and he's once again turning tail. And definitely these doubles didn't help me. Now I'm changing to the ball ammunition. He got away a bit, and what I'm thinking probably would be a smart choice actually is to shoot his sails as much as possible. I mean, he has clearly lost the match, but he is still fighting on. I must say I admire such spirit, but I mean, just dragging a long match is not nice. In the open world I can understand that, but yeah. And yeah, unit is also being pissed because he also missed, so we have a couple of their ships pretty much nailed, so okay. Our team, basically this unit yeah, and now I'm just accusing his cat of playing for the French, clearly. Yeah, and I guess this unit guy will be court-martialing his cat. Well, I just hope that I can get some hurt on this no clue guy, and he's once again presenting me the backside. He's actually a very skilled player, trying to keep a low profile, and I'm just now punching for his sails. Firing one cannon at a time. And here I'm trying to go for his sails, basically. Because there is really no point, I mean... This guy was really running and running and running, I mean... And he's pretty much... We're on the cleanup crew, so I mean, there's really not much point for him, so... But I think Hawk over there will probably put some hurt on him, hopefully. And I think at this point I'm running out of disk space, so sorry for the match that might be cut out short, but yeah, I hope that you liked the video. I hope you liked the presentation of the USS Constitution. Like if you like the video, and for more content hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much guys for watching. This is GrunfWorks signing off.